Alright, so we got an update, guys. Here we go again. Drive mode's not available. So I looked further into the service that they'd done during the Better Business Bureau buyback thing. The lemon law is basically what it is. During the lemon law pursuit, inside the service it says they replaced the steering gear. Okay, well, I climbed up underneath of the truck. The entire rack and pinion from wheel to wheel, everything is new. Okay, the whole rack and pinion, the whole rack, the whole front end is new. Also, the steering box is new. And I'm sure there might be a little couple odds and ends that I'm not even, seeing from the top of the engine bay. So, climbing up underneath of the truck, I could clearly see and take photos of a brand new rack and pinion, steering box, and possibly miscellaneous stuff that comes along with replacing those parts. So, personally, I think they could have been a little bit more descriptive in the. And I'm gonna take pictures of it too. I'll do a little video. I'll climb up underneath the truck, and I was trying to, remain optimistic about the whole procedure. But the bottom line is, it didn't work. Okay, now Ford I spent the last 2 months going through this, and now here we are again, going through it again. I'm about to reopen the case through Better Business Bureau in pursuit of the lemon law, because obviously, look guys, the cab just went crazy a second ago. Obviously, it's going to take me a couple minutes to find my phone while I'm driving and make sure it's okay to be doing video and stuff, so I'm not trying to be on the freeway or just take me a couple minutes to pull out the phone. By the time I pull out the phone, the display goes away after all the bells and notifications on the screen, and then just goes to drive mode's not available again. Here we are again. I told these guys I think it's the transmission or the transfer case. One of those two. Possibly an engine, because I have seen the transmission sign show up. I have seen the engine sign show up. It leads me to believe that there's a major mechanical failure lurking in the near future. And it's just causing the car to do these weird things. So I don't know. I'm gonna take it back into the dealership right now, because here's the thing with your pursuit of the lemon law, however you may be doing it through a lawyer or Better Business Bureau, you can't just take videos. You also have to bring it down to them during the occurrence of a problem, especially an intermittent problem. See what I'm saying? So here we go. Back to the dealership. Again, I've only had the truck back, I haven't even driven it that much. I'm sure you guys can see the mileage between, here we are, we got 11,300 miles on the car. I'm pretty sure I was at 11, roughly around 11,000 when I got it back. So in 2 weeks or something, I've had it roughly 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I've driven 300 miles in 2 weeks. You can see how much I don't drive the truck. It's just ridiculous. I don't ever take it to work just because I'm just worried that it's gonna have these problems, and here we are again, having problems. Driving, look it, comfortably, having problems. No stress on the motor, no off-roading, original tires, original rims. Ford tried to point the finger at me saying, hey man, you got a BF Goodrich tire on that car. And I'm like, so what? They're the same circumference. Yeah, but you got to put them back on before we even attempt to fix it. Really, guys? You guys are lame. They knew that wasn't the problem. They just wanted to see if I actually would still have the original rims and tires, because they didn't want to deal with it. So, whatever. We're going to take it back to the dealership. Here we are. So now I'm picking my son up from school. I'm just going to have to leave it running Because how these problems work, these intermittent problems are, if you continue to cycle the engine on and off, you're going to cause the computer to reset itself, and then it'll do it in another 100 miles. It'll again and again, it'll constantly reset itself. Is the more times you cycle the engine on and off, it's going to reset itself. So I'm done. I am so fed up. I basically bought a $50,000 truck to pick my son up from school. I don't even drive it. There's so many problems. I want to go out and buy, the reason I bought it is because I wanted to go buy a travel trailer. But the very first week I bought it, the first week, it's documented. I took it to Ford, this same problem. It's well documented. The first thing, here we are. Back to square one. I was here over a year ago. From the first time I brought it in, here we are. So now I'm going to have to go back to the dealership and call the BBB tomorrow, the Better Business Bureau, and explain to them and show them a video of what's going on and why I need to reopen the case, because your intermittent problems, guys, you guys got to take it to the dealership. It can't be, oh, I'm going to take a little video or a photo, and then you're going to drive it for a couple days, and then when you feel like it, you're going to get around to it. Then you're going to take it into the dealership on your dime and expect them to do something about it, or even note that there's a problem with your car. Because once you've cycled the engine with these intermittent problems, like I said, the computer will constantly reset itself, and then it'll have problems again for a while. And then once those problems, let's see, we're in park now, so once those, see, we're in park, so once you see that we're in park, so once the problems go away, they might reset themselves, but then they'll come back, and it's just a computer. I don't know whether it's a computer issue. I was so optimistic. I was like, I hope this works, but here we go again. I can't even, it makes me sick to know that I'm paying for a truck that I can't even use for my original intended purchase. I purchased it to tow a travel trailer, and that was it. And it's been July. I bought it July of 2018, so July, August, September, October, November, 16 months. It's been 16 months, and at this point in time, I'm like, I feel defeated, because I have been through the ringer and back with this truck and the service department, and you know, getting consultation from a lawyer, you know, doing all the footwork, the research, the Better Business Bureau, the paperwork. It's tiring, and it's a headache. It really is. So anybody out there that has this issue, like in my previous video, like I said, I hope that we found the issue, and I hope that it was the steering gear slash, you know, in this case, steering gear to them meant the entire rack and pinion and the steering box. That's not a steering gear. That's entire front end, damn near entire front end. So, you know, it's not that. It's not the steering rack and pinion and the steering box. So don't go to Ford just yet and be like, hey, there's one guy on YouTube and it worked for him. It didn't work for me. That was the old video. Okay, this is an update. All right, guys, I'm going to go to the dealership now. I'll see you soon.